What's up, y'all? This is Bree from Young, Saving, and Free, and I'm back at you with another Tuesday talk. So this week we are going to be talking about the spirit of comparison. So, first of all, just comparing, period. I've seen it so much, especially in like the media, TV, all over. Like, I've seen it myself, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, how did we get here? How did we get to a place where everybody's literally comparing themselves to everything else that's going on around them? And I mean, when I first thought about this, the first thing that I thought about was this guy. I don't even know it's an artist. I don't even know what his name is. He has a song called like Old Town or something. The video looked like Oregon Trail, if y'all old enough to know what Oregon Trail is. But it's a country, it sounds like, just, I'm a Southern girl, so it sounds like something that I would listen to on the radio, honestly. But it was on the country Billboard charts, right? And the authorities took it off because it wasn't country enough. It wasn't traditional country. And then I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. That's interesting. And it was on the news. I'm like, well, maybe this is a big deal. So I went back and listened to it, and I'm like, listen to the lyrics. Oh, this is definitely a country song. Like, it might not sound like Keith Urban or Billy Ray Cyrus or LeAnn Rimes or whoever, but it's his lane. Why does everything have to be put in a box? And so then I started looking at TV. Listen, I'm a diehard Real Housewives of Atlanta junkie, like, since season 1, baby. And I was looking at this whole Cynthia, Nene, and Kenya situation. And I'm like, Nene, you tripping over a friendship that you had with Cynthia for how long? Because it's different than her friendship with Kenya. You're comparing your friendships for what reason? You're putting your friendship in a box for what reason? You know what I'm saying? Then Loving Hip Hop is playing on my TV right now. So if you see me look, it's because stuff is happening. It's on mute, but. And then there's Spice on Loving Hip Hop Atlanta, and baby, this poor woman. So she's been comparing her life as a dark-skinned woman compared to the life of what she perceives to be the life of a light-skinned woman. And it's like she has now she feels like everyone else is putting her in a box, but it's her mind that's putting her in a box because she thinks that it's something different. And it may be, that may be the case that they treat light-skinned women differently. But it's like she keeps comparing herself to it, that she don't even try to get it out on her own. She's trying to turn it to something that wasn't meant for her. And it's crazy because, like, even myself, I look at other people that I went to college with, and I'm like, wow, they're doing great. They're married, they got kids, they buy houses, they got a car. And then I look at me, I'm like, I just graduated my master's and I work at a hotel. And I'm like, and I'll just keep looking at stuff, and I'm like, gosh, they get to travel all over the world. I don't get to do that. They get to do this. They get to go these places, to go that place. They're going to this and that. You know what I'm saying? And next thing I know, I'll be going through so much mentally, like just comparing, that it will literally have me in my bed screaming and crying because I feel like I'm not where I'm supposed to be. And even with this channel, like, I was just like, I'm not going to start the channel until my camera quality is the way that I want it to be, like, until I can get Final Cut Pro. And so it was crazy because, like, I bought the camera. Still didn't. I said, well, I got the camera. My quality is there. But I don't have the editing software that I want. So I'm not going to start so I can afford that. I moved within the last month, and I literally was just like, I can't find my camera. I don't know where it is. So I just flipped open my computer and used the software that was on my computer. Like, all right, we're going to get this content out one way or another. I don't care if it's not the way that I wanted to do. Because I was to the point where I was like, if it don't look like Ashley Empowers, if it don't look like Kiki Shared, if it don't look like this, if it don't look like that. Like, I was comparing myself to stuff that I don't even watch. I don't even watch channels like mine at all. Like, I watch Ashley Empowers and I watch Kara Share. But that's the closest I'm going to get to my channel. Like, I watch a lot of hair videos, and I'm like, what you comparing yourself to these other YouTubers, but that's not even the lane that you're in right now. You are just starting out. It is okay. And so, I mean, I see stuff like that, and I'm like, we are literally driving ourselves crazy, comparing ourselves to what we perceive other people's lives are like, how we perceive other people. And I was even watching the book of John Gray Saturday. And I love John Gray. If y'all haven't realized, looking at my Instagram, we have at least one ministry minute a week from him because I love him. He is like my favorite pastor. But besides my pastor. Let's get that straight. Paul Coppett III and First Lady Brandy Coppett. They are my favorite pastors, and I love them to death. But love them to life, all of that. But I was watching, and I see where Aventer was like, "Oh, I'm not the typical first lady. Like, I got tattoos, and I got this, and I got that." Like, it was like she was beating herself up for being who she was, and she's not, because she's not like everybody else. And it's like, you're comparing yourself to other people, but you are an amazing person just the way you are. And we have to stop trying to find our value in other people. We have to stop like trying to give our self-worth by comparing ourselves to other people, because like what happens is, even with the example I gave you, me comparing myself to my friends in college, I'm like, oh, they got this, they got a house, they got a car, they got clothes, they got, children, a marriage, all this, and we have now placed them up here, and then we look at ourselves and I'm like, well, I don't have any of that, so I'm not worth anything. And we cannot keep doing that. We will literally drive ourselves crazy. Like, it's not fair. It's not fair. And what's really crazy is that everything that we have, everything that we think is subjective. Like even in this whole Cynthia, Nene, and Kenya situation, each of them have their own definition of friendship. Friendship is a concept, and there is no specific definition for it, meaning that there's not, in order to have a great friendship, you have to have this, and this. It's not defined like that. It's not. And what I value in a friendship, or what I value in a relationship, may not be what the next person value in a friendship or relationship. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how I define love, friendship, success, those things are all subjective to me. It's not like somebody may define it the same way that I do, but that's not guaranteed. And so what I may look at as successful may not be what the next person looks at as I can't get the word up, but y'all know what I mean. But and I just like, people will compare, and they'll do what they think, they'll say what they think they know. Like, I remember when I was like even now, my church family, some of them, like, I'm not close to a lot of people in my church. I love my church, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love my church. But a lot of people, they'll see me and I hear the little side comments, or not even side comments, but like, just, oh, you're always so happy, you're always smiling, you're always here, you're supportive. Yes, those are good things about me, but there's a lot of things y'all don't know that I go through behind closed doors. So when I get here, yes, I'm all smiles because I'm glad to be here. I remember when I was about 19, I was going to church and I was like full head first in ministry. Like, I was singing on the praise team, I was dancing, I was working with the kids, I was working with hospitality, I was ushering, I was armor bearing. I literally had my hand in every piece of that ministry. And I remember somebody was just like, oh, you're always so happy to be here, and this, that, and God's gonna do this, and God's gonna do that, and I want to be like you when I grow up. And I'm just like, you have no idea what I go through when I leave here. Like, literally, I would leave church and somebody was beating the brakes off me every single time. And they didn't know that. They didn't know that. My pastor didn't know that. My church family didn't know that. The people that would come to church, they didn't know that. But they base their perception off of me, of what they see. They don't see all the other stuff. And so we compare ourselves to other people, and we don't know what they had to go through to get there. But if God put us in a place or gave us a vision, there's a specific reason that He gave it to us. Even if there are other people that are doing the same thing that you're doing, or even if your life doesn't look the way that you feel like it should look, He's doing that for a reason. And He's doing that to see if you trust Him, even when it don't look the way that you think it's supposed to. Do you still trust me to get you to your expected end? Alright, so that is all I have for you today, and thank you so much for watching, and I love you guys, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.